everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Chara, and today we're returning to a series I haven't done in a while, which is my killer counterplay series, where I showcase one specific killer and walk through some tips and tricks and how to counter that killer as a survivor while playing in a match against them, which I think is really helpful in seeing how to apply those techniques instead of just, hearing them. So I had a fun game that I recorded against the OG killer, which is the Trapper. So we are going to hop right into the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so I see a unarmed trap here, so I know that the killer is a trapper. And I actually see him up on the tractor there. It looks like he might be going to, trap the window vault there. And so I might wait till he leaves, and then I might go disarm this trap to help out my teammates and myself. And so that's my first tip, is whenever you know that there is an arm trap, it is very good to go, if you have a second, to go and unarm it if you are not actively in chase or something. And so this is also really good because we saw the trapper within, I'd say, the first 10-ish seconds of the match beginning. And so we kind of know where he spawned. He's kind of spawned either in the hay bales area or the area between the hay bales and shack. And so since we know he spawned over there, and also we saw him very quickly, so we know he didn't have a ton of time to set up yet, we kind of know that the rest of the map is pretty safe right now. And so right now I believe he's over at the fractured cowshed area, and so that's probably the only location that there's really traps. He might have been able to set up one where he spawned, but probably not much else. And so that's really good info to have, because we know we can kind of run to our right here if we encounter the trapper again. And so that's my second tip, is having a lot of map awareness. And if you're able to know where he has been, you will better be able to know where to run that is safe. And so when you take chase, try to run to areas that you do not think have been trapped yet. Okay, actually, that was probably a waste of my butter tap to use it right there. But it looks like the trapper is on us. I'll run here. He might have trapped this pallet. I'm just looking out while I'm running, make sure that there is no traps here. Okay, he's setting a trap now, so I'm going to leave the loop. If he commits to setting down a trap, you want to leave, because otherwise if you run back in that loop, he will obviously be able to get you with the trap. I'm running this way because I know for a fact that he has not been over here. There's no way there's any traps over here. Now, he might set up the trap here because this is a pretty annoying loop. Okay, he's picking up another trap over there. Okay, he's trapping this loop, so I'm going to run back to the TNL wall. So I always want to leave the loop when he's setting down. But trappers can also, they might try to fake setting down a trap to get you to leave and get you out of position. Oh, I might get hit here. Okay, actually not. So yeah, you do watch out for them fake setting the trap to get you out of position. But there's not too much you can do about that unless you know that they're likely to do that. I'm going to run this way because I also don't think he has trapped this jungle gym, so I think this jungle gym should be safe. Ooh. Okay. And so a trapper in chase that does not have any traps active, they are basically like an M1 killer. So you want to have that happen as much as possible. You want to avoid areas that are trapped, and you want to avoid letting him set down traps in your loop area. Because then you will just be looping an M1 killer, which is much easier than most other killers. Okay, it looks like he might be leaving me. So since I know where there are two traps located, I'm going to go disarm them now, since I don't want my teammates to get caught in these traps either. And so I'd say this is probably always a priority, is to disarm traps, unless he has the one add-on that gets you injured, which is definitely one to look out for. Or if you are in a Swift and you have really good comms and you trust your teammates to, even when you tell them where traps are, to not run into them, which, I don't know if I can even trust my friends with that, then you can maybe get away with telling them where traps are located, but not necessarily disarming them. But I think, in general, you probably want to just disarm traps as much as possible. Okay, now this is an area that I think could be trapped. I don't see any. Okay, so places trappers are most likely to put traps are generally like on pallets and loops, and then also maybe in tall grass near pallets and loops. Now, unfortunately, in this map, for Trapper at least, not for the survivors, but the grass is very like yellowish, so it's easier to see traps in like the corn maps than it is on like maybe like the McMillan or Autohaven maps. But if you are in an area that you think could possibly be trapped, you might want to like not just run blindly through grass, things like that, because you might just accidentally run over a trap, and that's really bad. If you are out of chase, you should pretty much never be like running into a trap if possible. And so I not necessarily walk everywhere, but you know, I might like walk through some grass. If I'm be careful to look out for traps if you think it's an area that might be trapped. Okay, it looks like he's coming this way. I'm gonna go ahead and put my wiretap on here so I can kind of see his aura. Now there's a pallet right here, so if I can get to it. Now I know there's no a trap here because I checked for it. There's another pallet over here for us. Now if he traps it while we're on this side, where we would be in a bit of trouble. He's not letting us really get out though. I should have taken that opportunity. And see, now I'm kind of stuck here. That actually might be a bad trap. No, it's not. Okay, sometimes if trappers are a little newer, they sometimes set a trap that you can actually like kind of run around. I thought that might be one. Ooh, actually, okay, so, but it wasn't. So I can tell right now that he has both Iron Grasp and Agitation. I can tell he has Iron Grasp because the wiggle bar is moving slower. And then Agitation, I can just tell because he's moving faster. I think that's just one thing that, like, takes, like, time to recognize. Okay, so he appears... Okay, there's a trap there. So it appears that this trapper is attempting to do a basement play, which is kind of a common thing, where he at least has 2 perks related to being able to get survivors to the basement pretty easily. Ooh, nice flashlight save. And then he goes and he like traps the different exits to the shack. He's trapped at least 2 out of the 3 exits. And so once he gets a survivor in basement, obviously he wasn't successfully able to get us there. I'm gonna go ahead and disarm this trap for now because he might be able to bring that Rebecca back to basement. Once he gets a survivor in shack, he's able to trap the whole shack, and then it's kind of like a death trap. And so any survivors that go, you know, will have a very hard time rescuing survivors. I'm gonna go ahead and heal this Kate here since we are all injured. It would be good to have us healed up. Okay, so I can see with Kindred, he is putting a trap right by the hook. That's really good info. And he's actually putting another one on the stairs. And so if we go for the rescue, we're going to know where his traps are. And so he's resetting the one at the window, and he's probably going to reset the one at the door. Okay, so he's trapped the window and the door, and then he has 2 down by the survivor. And now the other exit he appears to have left open so that he can enter easily. Okay, the Dwight's running in without us. It'd be better if he kind of waited for us, because we might be able to help more. I'm going to go ahead and untrap this trap by the door in order to give him escape. It looks like they might both be caught, though. Okay, she actually was able to get out. Okay, I was just seeing if he sometimes they can like double trap the window. He does not appear to have done that. It's not really worth it for me to run down because he's not going to be recovered enough. So I'll go ahead and just disarm this trap. Okay, you know what I might do? I might try this. If he doesn't see me, I can just jump down and get the rescue, carefully avoiding this trap he's resetting and the other trap by like the Dwight. Okay, he's resetting that one too. Now, this might not work. He might totally see me. Ooh, okay. Okay, so he's resetting the one at the window. Okay, so I'll go get this unhook and then I'll unhook Dwight. Okay, and both my teammates were good not to step on either of these traps. Okay, he trapped this one too. Okay, I'll try to like body block this. Okay, that was really good. So the Dwight was untrapping the Rebecca, but I kind of stood and protected the Dwight from getting hit by the trapper, and so we were all able to kind of get out of basement there. Now I'm gonna go to this exit gate. When you go to X gate, just make sure that there's no trap underneath. That is also a common trap point, is right under an exit gate. So just don't blindly run to the exit gate. Just make sure that there's not a trap before you do this. So it looks like we all were able to get it out of basement, which is really good. Sometimes it can seem impossible, especially with certain trapper add-ons, to get out of basement. So it's totally a fair strat to leave the one person in basement, but I also think it's very fun to just try to escape. And obviously it kind of worked out here in this instance. This is not that great since we are all injured. It might be hard to get the save here. I don't really remember. Okay, it looks like the other X gate's over here. So I will see if there's someone here to heal up. Oh, they're right here. Now we might not have time to heal all of us up. We should maybe heal 2 people and then go for it. Because if we heal all 3 of us, the Dwight's gonna probably die. Yeah. No, that's okay. I'll be a distraction. Maybe. But that's not good. Hopefully the other person is getting the save. Oh, looks like they didn't. Okay. Alright, so the Dwight looks like he's dead here. Yeah. Sorry, Dwight. Okay, so since he's running towards that exit gate, I'm just gonna run to my other exit gate. Because if I run that way, there's a good chance he'll just hit me. Okay, my other 2 teammates got out. Alright, so that was a little sampling of playing a match against Trapper. My 3 main biggest tips are just always be looking out for traps. Try not to run into a trap, especially when you're not in chase. Always just be looking at the ground. Knowing where the trapper is very helpful, especially knowing where places they might have already set up traps are. Run to areas of the map that you think have not been yet trapped. Disarming traps when you can to limit the amount that you run into traps. And 4, something I don't think really applied to us here was if it's better to take an M1 than to run into a trap. And so if you know that a window has been trapped or something like that, it's sometimes better an idea just to take the hit and then run to a safer area of the map than vaulting the window and getting trapped, because if you're healthy, that is. And so yeah, those are all my tips for Trapper. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you like these types of videos or if you'd prefer to see my more build type videos. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you all in the next one.